talking, I don't sweat that. If they don't trust me either, I respect that. But she be down the ride, oh, I bet that.
We in, where we at?
We're in beautiful, sunny Miami, Florida.
Florida. By the Hard Rock Cafe. Things is looking beautiful out here. Oh, I just walked in a big puddle.
You just stepping and stuff.
Stepping in the puddle. They got the Land Shark Bar and Grill over here. We got some water over there. It's looking beautiful. I don't know. They got the Argentinian steakhouse.
The knife.
We got the Congo bar. We even got a overpriced, what is this called? Ferris wheel. $20 a person. Do not waste your money. But let's walk and talk, shall we? Let's walk and talk. It's beautiful. They're about to get on the boat and make things happen. This is what they do. So we're doing, what is this? South Beach, Miami Beach.
Yeah, Bayfront, Miami.
One t-shirt for $10. That's okay. He playing all in it. Okay. Oh, he getting it in. That's what they do down there in South Florida. Okay. I hope that's his woman because it's going on. It's going on live. He was grabbing. He was trying to touch what she had for lunch.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's JH here.
You can't. What kind of? You cannot. All right, so you can't just take my intro.
But I have the brush.
You can't.
But I have the brush.
Can I?
Okay.
Thank you.
Fine. You can be JD.
All right. Okay. Law.
I didn't get to law.
You didn't. This is not your show.
It's a takeover.
All right. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is JH. This person's backing up with the Mercedis. We are in South Beach, Florida, 8th Street, and we chopping it up. We just gonna get right into it. I don't like a lot of things about my employer. That was me. I'm sorry. I got that truck driver mentality. I don't like a lot of things about my employer, and I can sit here and talk for days. But I'm gonna ask you. What do you think? What do you think? Give it to us raw.
Raw?
Uncut. Unfiltered.
Oh, sorry, but management.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it only management? Is that everybody?
Well, it starts at the top. It has to do with leaders, the leadership skills of the leaders. If there's no leadership skill, then there's nothing to follow.
I'm on my tourist right now, so I'm listening.
It needs to start at the top. It's got to start at the top.
So what do you think about the managers and the leaders?
Well, in my opinion, they're not properly trained, for starters.
Why you say that?
They lack professionalism. They are too, what should I say?
I think they lead by emotion.
Yes, they're too emotionally involved.
That's my opinion. This is about you.
They are too emotionally involved. They take things way too personally when it comes to the females, especially, is what I find. The male that I have dealt with aren't that bad. They're not that bad. But the females, they're too high strung. They are, like you said, very emotional, very sensitive, take things too personal. They get into their feelings quickly, and then the whole, look what I can do because I'm the boss type attitude.
So this is what you encounter yourself.
That's what I encounter myself.
Okay.
They're rude, at times unprofessional, somewhat disrespectful to some of the staff. especially the newer ones coming in that they know they can, deal with any old how, or they presume they can deal with any old how.
So we're going to interject for a second. We were talking off camera. You are a clerk right now.
Yes.
But before that, you used to work at a plant.
Yes.
And you were what at a plant?
At the plant, I was a PSC.
A processing clerk?
Yes.
Okay. So you have it from both angles?
Yes.
Okay, so continue.
Okay, so at the plant...
No, I didn't want to know.
Unfortunately, the plant that I was, it was very hood rat. Very, very hood rat. They were just ghetto. Ghetto. The 204Bs were rude and disrespectful, just ghetto. Don't know how to talk to people. They bark and yell and scream and talk down to you, and they were more demanding than asking. And at the branch that I am right now, they lack they're not trained. Their inability to communicate is one of the biggest things that I see. And I'm trying not to be a a-hole, but they need to be trained. Their people skills are off. And if they're having a bad day, the office has a bad day.
Okay. I think that many people will be able to identify with you with this. So basically, it starts from the top, obviously.
Yes.
But do you believe, again, I'm going to play devil's advocate. If you didn't check out the first video, we have one talking about the other stuff. But if you play devil's advocate, you look at it from a 204B's perspective. A 204B's perspective is he or she has to take instruction from someone above them. And then they have to communicate that instruction to a group of, diverse individuals. Gen Zers to the old heads.
Correct.
Or whatever you call it. Are we ever going to go towards the water?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to know because
Yes, we shall go to the water.
Stay tuned. She's going to take us to the water.
To the water. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I do the singing. This is
my bad. Sorry.
Okay. So if they have to pass along instruction or direction to a bunch of people and have yet to been trained or don't know how to communicate what their needs are directly, but yet they have somebody barking over their shoulder, this is what we need, it can be overwhelming for a supervisor. Wouldn't you agree?
I can agree, and that is why I said from the beginning, it trickles down from the top. So if the top is barking, then the next person beneath that will be barking, and then the next person beneath that will be barking, and then all that barking comes down to, again, close the street. All that barking comes down to the little guy.
You live in Florida?
I'm beginning to think I don't. Stop it. I work.
Oh, that's what it is. You don't know where you're going. You work all the time.
I work all the time. Investing in my future.
Okay, cool.
While being barked at.
Okay. All right. So there is a way that we can get to the water because my fans want to see the water.
I'm about to take your fans to the water.
Okay,
I'm going to give them
y'all
the
stay
water.
tuned. All right. So are you turning?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm turning, waiting on these folks.
I'm one of those guys that's a passenger driver. All right. So if you do have the management that's not conveying the messages correctly, we have to kind of absorb that. I mean, what would you suggest? I mean,
no, and that's a problem. They should be open to suggestions, which they're not. A lot of times you do have managers that or even 204Bs that it's my way, no way. They're not open to suggestions. They're not open to evolution. They don't want to see any kind of change or any kind of a ripple in their water. Haha, see, I just water.
Ripple in their water.
See?
I get it.
But yes, they do not want to bring about any form of change per se.
Headed to the water.
So
I think I see it.
no, sorry, no. So if they're giving you an instruction on what to do, and you say, for example, give them an idea, like me, for example, coming out of the healthcare field and coming into this field, I could bring about ideas that could assist. Are we ever going to get to the water? Where I could bring about ideas that could assist in this industry, right?
Okay.
You know, open up to new things, but they're not receptive to that. They want it done just the way they've been doing it for the past 30, 40, 50, 60 years. They want it to remain that way, old school, dinosaur-like, and no change.
Or no?
No, right.
Okay.
They don't want to bring about change. They don't want to see anything different. They don't want to do anything different. It's just follow the old school system, and that's it. Leave it at that.
You know, can I piggyback off of that a little bit? Because I think I agree with you with that. Because if you look back to the root of it, so somebody started out at the post office at the age of 19, 20. They didn't come in there with any major degrees, right? And they learned how to operate, let's just say, for ish and giggles, in the 80s. And now the 90s passed, and they're still in, you know, they were working their way up, then they hit management, and now here we are in 2020, and now they're at the top of the food chain. They're the postmasters. They're the top of the food chain.
Think we should try this one?
Sure.
Third time's a charm.
Nope. Not even happening.
They're not letting us across. Come on.
So I apologize. That's what happens. She's the one talking about a woman driver.
I'm sorry.
So
we're gonna get to the water eventually.
I really think you should have went left. But you know, what does Jay know? So if you got these people that have been doing it one way, set in their ways for 30, 40 years, then you have a newbie come in, like yourself, that came out of your medical field, and you have a suggestion that is against or not something that they thought of. Of course they're not going to be receptive to it. But my thing is they go to post office right there. My thing is, if it didn't work, or it hasn't been working, or it's failing, that's like a car engine. If it's starting to fail, repair it before it fails altogether.
Funny you should say that, because what they do, even on their LLVs, you know, their little postal trucks, they don't exactly repair per se. They don't repair per se. They put a band-aid over it and go back to driving the same old busted vehicle. They don't change it. They don't replace it. They don't fix. They just band-aid it.
Well, I mean, we have a contract that we're getting new vehicles. I don't know when it's going to get implemented, but
when we retire.
Probably. But nonetheless, it's in the works.
See, just to, you know, I was open to suggestion just now, and instead of going right again, I took a left, like you suggested. Look at that.
Okay. Well, I don't know this area, so hopefully you can find the water eventually. People want to see South Beach. I want to see where Scarface did his thing.
We're seeing South Beach.
I guess. I don't see the beach, though.
We're seeing south of it, though. He right.
Oh, man. You guys are worse than New York. So, with all that being said, think about this, though. If they're not receptive to change, if they're not willing to change, if they're not putting in the energy to accept any new ideas, and you have a bunch of, I hate to say it, old heads sitting at the board without young, new, fresh ideas, and willing to implement young, you know, fresh, new ideas, I think it's just going to be a vicious cycle.
It is. And that's exactly what it is. Just a vicious, dinosaur-like cycle.
Dinosaur cycle. Okay. So what would
From the equipment all the way down to the employees are Dinosaur. They're
Oh, man.
old,
Mm.
very, very old school, and they're not willing to make any alterations to that.
No, I was just reading the sign.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
not.
okay. So, yeesh. I understand, but again, I'm still in awe. Uh-oh. He about to repo that thing. He about to snatch that vehicle from the side.
Don't do it.
Get her done.
Don't do it. Maybe they need a paycheck.
I wonder if y'all got that. Oh, he's snatching it. He's snatching it from the side.
They need a paycheck.
Oh.
You should give them the site. You should give them the USPS.com/careers.
Oh, that's horrible right there. Snatch the beamer from the hook. Y'all have that Miami toe thing. I wonder if that's it.
See, people, that stimulus check that you get once in a while, that is not a career check, okay? You can only pay for things for a few months and then it's gone, and then that happens.
That was gangster. That was gangster.
Repo.
I think he was.
He
just
did it quick.
I just think he was misparked.
Wow.
That was nice. That was nice. I was intrigued.
You're doing a video, remember?
Just because it wasn't me. Snatch the beamer.
Snatch and grab.
Somebody gonna
Snatch
come out
and
vexed
grab.
right now.
Way vexed. Way
Oof.
vexed.
Oof. They must
Close
be
that
doing.
off too?
They must be doing a showdown.
Yeah,
in South
something's
Beach or
going
something.
on because they have closed off every exit to the beach, guys. We're trying our utmost best. I'm trying my utmost best to get y'all to the beach. Don't know what JH over here is doing, but I'm trying.
I'm a passenger.
Oh, was that an exit?
I don't know. You ooh and nothing. Oh, nothing. I don't know. I was paying attention to. Anyway, so.
Oh God.
Oh man, they drive back. Oh. Jay just trying to make it through this little vacay. Drive, miss. Yeah. So let's back up. Y'all.
Oh, you want me to back up?
No.
Oh, okay.
Let's back up to the topic at hand. Topic at hand is what could be done to make this work. I don't think we're going to get down to there, so we can find another area to zoom around. Definitely the water is out of.
Let's try 11th Street. What can be done?
Yes. What do you think can be done?
I mean, the answer to what can be done, oh man. The answer to what can be done, there are plenty answers to that. There are lots and lots of endless suggestions and solutions. The question really is, will they be accepting to it?
I think that they're
Which so
trying.
far, it doesn't seem that way. So there is no, speaking of USPS.
You got a call from your job.
They're not accepting to change. So the what can be done answer, nothing really.
I think that's shallow. I don't.
It's unfortunate.
I know that they have this new thing where they're going to be trying to train new supervisors. That the word train alone is it's flabbergasting to me that they actually use the word training in supervisors, because when have you ever heard of somebody saying, hey, they're going to be training supervisors? So this is something that just popped up a few days ago, and I sent you the article.
After how many years?
Well, hey, you got to start somewhere.
Right, and that's my point. It took them like 30, 40 years to realize that they need to start training these people who they're putting in these positions of overseeing others in order for them to be successful. Now,
okay, but better late than never.
I can agree with that.
Better late than never. So
Yes.
if you have a better late than never and they actually want to start to try, it's not something that'll be fixed overnight.
No, it's gonna take time, and maybe if the Gen Zs comes in at this point. By the time change occurs, guess who'll be benefiting from it?
Oh, well, they'll be benefiting if they actually want to do the work, though.
Yes.
But that was for the last video.
Sorry.
We're talking about all the things that they can't stand. So, in closing, what would you say? What would you say overall?
In closing, oh, she about to kill herself. In closing, I would say that if you're open to being a part of the Postal family, and they are a family that I can say after being in there for a while, you become a family. Again, you just have to be mentally committed to it, because it will come with a lot of stress, mental and physical stress. And in order to get through it for however long you decide to stay a part of it, you'll have to be able to be tolerant of a lot of things. You'll have to be able to be close-lipped and learn how to come to work, do your job, go home. That's all.
Do your job, close your lip, go home.
That's it. You get by.
We finally made it to the beach.
We did. And we're coming to a closing of the video.